Quick question. How are you making your hiring decisions? What are you doing to build out your strategy? Are you relying on a gut feeling as to what will work? Are you just throwing money at job boards and kind of crossing your fingers? Unfortunately, there are some of you watching right now who probably answered yes to those questions. And if that is you, you're not alone. Hiring in today's world is extremely competitive and the landscape is constantly shifting around you. So you need to hire faster and smarter. But how? My friend, it's time you became data-driven. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Recruiting Roundup. We're back every month with a new recruiting or talent acquisition topic. If that sounds like some content you'd be interested in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can check out all of our previous episodes in the content section of the Randall Reilly site or by navigating to the Recruiting Roundup playlist on our YouTube channel. Now, let's get back to the data on data. The longer you have positions open, the more it costs you. Not only in the amount of time and money that you're spending trying to fill the role, but also the lost revenue you miss out on while the position remains unfilled. The average time to hire in the US is around 44 days. That's an average of around a month and a half just to fill a role. Now, obviously, depending on your industry or the exact position you're trying to fill, that number could change in either direction. But the point remains, it can take valuable time to fill the roles you need, and the longer it takes, the more it's going to cost you.
The numbers don't lie!
Data can help better inform you and help build a solid talent acquisition strategy as opposed to just reacting to the market. Embracing a data-first approach is going to help cut costs and make you more effective. Now, consider this. A bad hire can cost your company 30% or more of that employee's first year's salary. Using data helps identify patterns leading to higher performing long-term hires, and it helps you to avoid bad hires and situations just like that. Focusing on the data also allows you to move beyond hiring based on where you think the talent is and start hiring based on where the talent most attractive to you is actually coming from. And again, this means you get higher quality hires and increases the likelihood of them staying with you long term. Another bonus is that by harnessing the data to fine-tune your process, you're going to end up providing a better candidate experience, which is a big thing in itself. We have a whole episode on the Roundup covering that if you'd like more info. So, it all sounds great, right? But so far it's data does this, data can do this, but what data? What should you be tracking and looking at? Well, there's a lot of areas, but we're going to get started with 5 core areas you can begin your process with.
I'm listening.
Number 1, time to fill. The amount of time it takes you to fill an open position. You need to know what that is for your company. In the beginning, just zero in on what your average time to fill is, then go through your process. You need to see if you can identify any inefficiencies or areas of friction. If you can shave just a little bit of time off your time to fill, it will end up being a big help. And once you know what your starting point is, continue to monitor it. And that goes for anything we talk about following this as well. We want to not only identify these areas and the data points, but continue to monitor them moving forward so we can make the adjustments where needed. Number 2, cost per hire. What are your hires costing you? Knowing this specific number can help you more accurately budget and get the most out of the money you're already spending. Number 3, hire source. Where are those hires coming from? You need to know. And more specifically, where are your best hires coming from? Look back through your recent hires. Of those, identify what you consider to be the best or highest quality hires. Where did those hires come from? Focus your attention and resources on the channels that are providing those high quality hires for you. And again, continue to monitor. This, just like anything else here, may shift or change over time. Knowing this info and continuing to make sure you have the most up-to-date information allows you to make adjustments or strategy changes when and where needed. Number 4, acceptance rate. When you offer a job, what percentage of the prospects accept it? A low rate here can indicate that you're lagging behind the competition. Now, this could be pay, benefits, a number of other factors. But in general, if you're consistently making offers that are being turned down, you need to investigate a little. Compare exactly what you're offering to what the competition in the area is offering. Find the weak spots so you can improve. Number 5, funnel conversion. Take a look at your whole process, your whole recruiting funnel. How many prospects fall off at each point along the way? We're talking applications, phone screening, interviews, onboarding, everything. Pinpoint exactly where you're losing the talent along the way. Are there any areas that really jump out because you're losing some major numbers there? Well, do what you can to remedy that. So those are some key areas to focus on. But how do you get started? First, you need to set a clear goal. Before you even really dig into the data, you need to know what you're trying to accomplish. Is it just to increase your overall hires, cut down on time to hire? Well, whatever it is you're looking to do, overall, you need to start there so you can interpret the data to help you reach that goal.
There are a lot of ways of interpreting the data, Don. I think that you should just...
Make sure your team is on the same page with how you're tracking everything. Are you going to use your ATS? Maybe just a normal spreadsheet. Whatever it is that works for you, that's fine. But you need to make sure that everyone who's involved is on the same page to make sure the data is all collected, put in the same place, and used consistently. Get that baseline. When you set your goal and decided where and how you want to keep up with it, take a look at where you're at. Run the numbers. Get those 5 things we discussed a minute ago. That's your baseline. That's your starting point. Now you can measure any improvements based on your changes against that starting point to see how you're doing over time. And finally, use the data. If you take the time to identify all the costs and timelines and percentages, you can't be afraid to use it. For instance, if you identify a weak point in your funnel, maybe you're receiving a ton of calls, but a big percentage of those calls aren't actually making it to a recruiter. This could be because they're after hours calls, missed transfers, whatever. If you identify that problem, you need to make the moves to fix it.
Oh, just fix it.
You have all the information you need to set yourself up for success. You just need to effectively gather and monitor it to get the results you want. And don't feel overwhelmed. I know we listed 5 key things here, and believe me, there are more, but that doesn't mean you have to go all in right away. Start with 1 or 2 metrics and get that baseline. When you get that down, then add in another, and so on. And hey, if it still feels like it's too much, let us help. Reach out to us and talk to one of our associates to see how we can help you reach your hiring goals. I've included a contact link as well as a link to learn more about our RPO team, who can scale up or down and be involved as little or as much as you want in your process to help you get those high quality hires that you're after. And that's going to do it for us here on another edition of the Recruiting Roundup. We'll be back next month with another new episode covering another new topic. Until then, thanks for watching.